Nintendo Switch just got its biggest update yet, bringing the version to 20.0. There's a lot to talk about with what's new and the little changes that Nintendo made that maybe you haven't even noticed yet, or maybe you have if you had certain profile icons. But real quick, before we dive into all this, first I want to thank today's sponsor, Manta Sleep Mask. So Manta sent me this awesome sound sleep mask, and as someone who actually struggles with sleeping, I don't like struggle going to sleep, I more struggle staying asleep. I wake up so many times throughout the night, and it's because I'm a light sleeper. If I hear any sound outside or any sound around the house, I immediately wake up. So something like this is definitely something I needed, and after trying it for just a couple of days, it's legit. This thing is amazing. There's like these little suction cups that go around your eyes, almost like goggles, but they don't press into your eyes. They're nice and cool feeling, and it feels great when you're actually sleeping. Just keeps it snug and in place. Just like really a big, soft, comfy headband that goes around your head. This version, which is the sound version, actually has Bluetooth audio, so you can play little sounds while you sleep. Take a listen. This thing has made sleeping so much better, and with summer right around the corner, that means longer days and longer days of sun shining in your face. So you'll definitely want to get this mask because it also blocks out literally not only just sound, but also all light. So use my code Nin10doland7 for a 10% discount on your order of your Manta sleep mask. Just click one of the tagged products that appear or the link down below. Also, don't act like you're sleepwalking with it. But once again, huge thanks to Manta Sleep for sending me an awesome sleep mask and sponsoring today's video. One thing that you'll notice right away with the brand new home menu is that the icons have been changed, rearranged, and some have been added. For instance, the news symbol is now green, and the eShop symbol is now red instead of yellow, which we'll get into in a second. We also now have a game share icon, which we knew was coming in an update, which would also be on Switch 2, and we have a virtual game card section, which we'll also get into towards the end of the video. The first thing I want to look at is all the brand new icons, because they've been updated and changed, and someone actually posted a before and after online, and this is what they used to look like compared to what they look like now. Mario characters finally have new 3D renders, which looks like it's finally pulling away from that new Super Mario Bros. Render it had for so long now, and they look so much better. They look more bright, vibrant, saturated, just full of more detail. And of course, Donkey Kong is getting changed to that new look, and yeah, if you had that icon already set for Donkey Kong, they already changed it for you, and you can't go back to the classic look, which kind of sucks for those that just want that classic Donkey Kong. It's just kind of insane that they're just erasing him. So it seems like the only place in the world right now, for some reason, that's preserving the classic Donkey Kong look is the Nintendo World theme park, which is very strange, but yeah, that's the only place you're gonna have classic Donkey Kong anymore. He's being erased. Then have some ever slight changes with some of the items and objects, and also some of the 2D character portraits like Yoshi. You can't even really tell what the difference here is. It looks like he got a slight nose shift or change to kind of plump his nose upward. Donkey Kong, for instance, just got a slight brow change, like very, very slight, and his mouth now has like this line ridge going down the middle. So really, I don't even know why that's even updated. All the items now have cool shadows and lighting effects and even really good details to them, just making them pop out more. The star is the only one here that kind of confuses me because it looks like it was better before, but who cares, I guess. And then the Pikmin were updated, which is strange because it looks like they've been taken back a little bit on their detail, because it looks like their detail was based on Pikmin 3, where you can see the little dots on their skin, and it looks like it kind of took a step back to not make it as realistic, kind of like Pikmin 4, just making them more shiny in nature, which is strange. I don't know how people feel about the little dotted detail on the Pikmin. I thought it really kind of was unique and gave them some, detail that they definitely needed because they were just like these little red, blue, and yellow creatures, so definitely seems like they're going for more simpler versions of the Pikmin this time. Alright, enough about the icons, let's jump over to the news tab, which states, with virtual game cards, you can easily check the digital games that you have, and if you have two systems, you can also digitally eject a virtual game card from one system and then load it onto the second one. There's more you can do with this feature, so why not try it for yourself? Just look for the icon on your home menu. So when you go over to the virtual game cards, as you can see, it shows you all of your virtual game cards, and it even includes things like DLC and playtest that you've downloaded, I believe, which is strange strange, but I don't have many virtual games. I normally collect all physical. I'm just physical media person. I have shelves full of Switch games. But yeah, this is where all your digital games would go. But there is a caveat, of course, that we've known, but Andre from Game Explain found is this message that says you cannot borrow on this system because at least one of the users is in a different family group. You and all your friends that you want to borrow and lend virtual game cards to, you guys all have to be on the same family group, which is so strange. Like, what if you have like 40 friends and you can't fit them all in the same family group? It's just kind of annoying and one of those things that, of course, only Nintendo would do. That is still another reason why I get physical games, because there's no limit to who can actually borrow my physical game and use it. So yes, this is just a little thing, I guess. If you are all digital content only, you can still share your games, but they have to be on your family group. Also, here's a little warning that says games on physical game cards will not appear here. Some software like game demos will not appear because they are not treated like game cards. Software and downloadable content purchases using other accounts will not appear, and hidden virtual game cards will not appear. But this seems to go even further than it might even allude to, because someone already showed that, yeah, you can even share your Hulu app as a virtual game card, which is pretty insane. But yeah, you can do that if you want. Then we move over to Game Share, and it says Game Share is a new feature that you'll be able to use soon-ish. Yeah, it's not even out yet. After Nintendo Switch 2 launches, you can play a compatible game with someone who has a Nintendo Switch 2 system, even if you don't have the game. These games can be shared to your system from a nearby Nintendo Switch 2 system. So there's not much you can do with this yet, but it looks like this allows you to share games with a nearby system, which is pretty cool, and you guys can both play together, but it's not even a thing yet. Like, you gotta wait for another update, I guess, once Switch 2 launches, which is strange that it's even here, but I guess they're just getting ready for it. There's also some news on data transfer. It says, with Transfer Your Save Data, you can now send multiple save data files in a single batch. You will now be able to perform a system transfer to Nintendo Switch 2. You easily transfer stuff like user data on the system, including save data and more. An internet connection and a Nintendo account are required. It states this feature includes two options. One for if your new Nintendo Switch 2 is nearby. Obviously, you can only do this after you have a Nintendo Switch 2 system out on June 5th, and one if you don't have a Nintendo Switch 2 system yet. The second option will actually upload your data to a cloud server thingy until you're ready to transfer. Just keep in mind that this option will initialize your current Nintendo Switch, useful if you're planning to sell it or give it away. But yeah, there's going to be an option where you can literally just put all your content from your Switch 1 into the cloud and then automatically just shoot all that into Switch 2 once you get your Switch 2. But you'll lose all the access to that information on Switch 1. So I guess that's just for people that's selling their Switch 1 ahead of time, so you can hurry up and just save all your stuff in the cloud, sell your system, wait for Switch 2, dump everything from the cloud onto that system, which is pretty cool. Personally, I'm probably keeping my Switch 1 and my Switch OLED, so I'll probably just dump everything from one Switch to the Switch 2 once I actually get my hands on the new console. But I can't lie, that's actually a really cool option to have if you want it. I just don't trust the cloud and cloud saves and stuff. I have way too many saves to worry about that right now. But moving on, there is a brand new eShop redesign. It used to be yellow and orange if you remembered, and absolutely abysmally slow. And now it's all red and white, which I actually like a lot. It just kind of gives off more of Nintendo's theming. It matches existing things already, like the Nintendo Switch Online app, so I really like it. And I tested it because I actually have gone through the eShop a lot in the past, and I just have had horrible experiences with it. And from what I've seen this time, it looks better. Like, a lot better. And it actually runs a lot better as well. I didn't see a bunch of slop as soon as I logged in. Now, the slop is probably still there, but I didn't see any or run into any when I checked out the eShop. It was just like the main Nintendo games that you would expect to see there. Mario Wonder, Mario and Luigi, Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, you know, and also the stuff that's coming out or just recently have come out. And it runs pretty good. Yes, it's still a little shaky and buggy and feels like you're on a really bad internet browser, but it's definitely an improvement because the lag is significantly less. It loads significantly faster as well, and this isn't even on Switch 2 yet, so I'm expecting Switch 2 to be very quick and pretty much flawless. It still doesn't have music though. It's very quiet, and from the reports that we've heard, Switch 2's eShop won't have music either. Now, if you're wondering how this will compare to Switch 2's home screen, it's pretty much the same. The only real difference is the icons are now circles instead of squares when you hover over them, and it has the same layout. The news icon is a little different. It's like a little script piece of paper that's folded in the back, and there is a C button icon now, which we know is for that game chat. Yeah, it's pretty simple, and it still matches that of Switch 1 for the most part, which some people are upset about, and some people just don't care. I mean, personally, I'm somebody that only spends like a couple of seconds a day on the home screen just getting to the next game. Sometimes I don't even go into the home screen. I just boot up the Switch again because because it's, you know, in sleep mode from the game that I'm currently playing. So yeah, I spend hardly no time here, which a lot of people probably are the same. But still, it will be nice to maybe eventually have themes, which seems to be rumored right now. There is a rumor out there that themes are coming in an update later on, but it's just a rumor right now. We have no clue if this is confirmed or not. But let me know down below what you think of this brand new Switch update, getting ready for Switch 2. Are you excited by the new features added? Do you not care? Or are you kind of let down by anything? Like maybe Donkey Kong changing to his new look for good? Definitely let me know your opinions down below, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out today. And like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.